Alright, I'm going to do a quick down and dirty on barrel burst and maintaining your rotation when you're using Lunar Inspiration. Um, Lunar Inspiration is strong. It scales off haste, not your mastery, which is alright until you get higher item level. The more gear you get, the stronger Blood Talons becomes over it. It's a marginal damage increase going to Blood Talons. Blood Talons is much more unforgiving of a rotation. Lunar Inspiration is pretty simple. You just reapply your dot. I like to just reapply every time I put my rake back on. I just throw a blood or I just throw a Moonfire on top of it. So I also for glyphs, it's imperative you run Savage Roar because when you open up through stealth, it gives you a full Savage Roar max stacked buff, which is nice because you don't have to waste time when you're opener applying that. Also, when you have Incarnation rolling, it makes it so it acts as though you're stealth, so every single ability you're using during your burst is reapplying a full Savage Roar. I also use Survival Instincts to allow me to cheese more mechanics to increase my damage, stand in bad more, because it gives me a strong cooldown more often. And then, depending on the fight, I'll take Stampeding Roar. Like if it's a fight where our whole raid has to be moving as a whole, like Orcamon or something, I'll do it so it hits everybody in the raid. But if it's not a fight like that, I'll use like Cat Form, which just makes me a little bit tankier, or not necessarily tankier, but more survivability because it lets me soak more damage and healers don't have to work as hard to keep me up. So yeah, that's pretty much it for your opener. I'm actually going to bring up my bars so you guys can see what I'm doing. So show this. Alright, so you guys can see my action bars now. So when you open up, you're definitely going to want to open up with your rake first. If it crits, awesome, you'll get 2 combo points, but the reason you want to do it out of stealth is because the damage is increased by 100% if you use it as in stealth. Same with if you're using it during Incarnation. So you're going to open up, I'm going to apply all my dots. At that point, I'm going to pop my Tiger's Fury, snapshot that big rip on there. You know, hopefully I'll have a trinket proc with, or a weapon crit proc with it. And at that point, I will blow my cooldowns with my ring, and I'll be just dumping my Ferocious Bites into my Soul Capacitor, because at your opener, your Soul Capacitor, 95% of the time it procs right when you open up. So try to get as many bites in. Usually I'll get 1 good bite in after my rip, so it'll be around 1,000,000 for what it blows for. And I'm not raid buffed or anything, so my damage is going to be a little lower than normal, but and you know, of course, Lust helps a lot too. So your opener, you're gonna reapply. So I'll do a DBM pull 10. There's no point blowing your cooldowns at the start. You gotta wait till you got all your dots up. So pre-pot, damage, Soul Capacitor procced. Got all my dots up. Snapshot that on. Pop the ring. Try to get another bite in for the Soul Capacitor procs. It's gonna blow up for 1,000,000. Get another bite off. And then just start throwing bites out on cooldown as much as you can. This next one I'm gonna have to reapply my rip because it's getting really low. Throw the rip on. Throw more bites out. Biting is your least priority outside your burst. Inside your burst, you want to get as many bites off as you can. So my burst is pretty much over. I still got about 7 seconds left of my. So reapply that rip of my berserk. Now, outside of your burst, your top priority is keeping up your Savage Roar, no matter what, always. I'm gonna wait. So like right now, I could reapply my my rake, but I want to wait for my Tiger's Fury to come up to snapshot harder. And now I can reapply my rip. Oh, another Soul Capacitor proc. So basically, outside your burst, your top priority is, well, even inside burst, always your top priority is Savage Roar um, keeping that up 100%. Um, the next thing is your rip, because you are a dot class, obviously, and you got 3 dots rolling on the boss. 4 if you get lucky with good clear casting procs, you can throw some shreds in there, or some thrashes in there. Or even during lust, you can throw thrash in there if you have good energy regen. But so top priority is your Savage Roar, then your Thrash, and then if you get bites off, being able to bite your target, that's a luxury. That's the least of your priorities though. That just comes if you realize your rip's not gonna fall off by the next time you have 5 combo points, and your Savage Roar's not gonna fall off. So if you can get a bite in there, awesome. But during your burst, it's all about getting as many bites as you can fit into that soul capacitor as you can, so it explodes big. Right now, that one exploded for 1 million, and the other one after exploded for 560,000. So it's all about the soul capacitor. Your entire rotation works about it. So that's pretty much your opener, and your sustained damage for the most part. And like I said, you can throw thrashes in there if you get instant clear casting procs, because it's gonna give you back 50 energy, which is half your energy. If you get a clear casting proc. Also, you can go ahead and throw that out during the lust, because it won't really hurt you, especially if you're sitting on a lot of energy. But never sacrifice that to never sacrifice that energy, and if you have to be throwing out bites. Another thing with bite is make sure you have 50 energy for it, because 25 energy is how much it costs. An additional 25 on top of that makes it deal an increased 100% damage. And I think I had one bite in there that crit for like, yeah, almost 200k, and I'm not even raid buffed, so getting those big bites off, you want to make sure you have 50 energy for it. It does max amount of damage, because even if you don't have 50 energy, it's gonna hit pretty weak sauce, like 60, 70k. So, alright, that's the basic guide to your opener and burst, along with a little bit of sustained damage with the Moonfire Lunar Inspiration.